Yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of the FOH Podcast. Are we not in the building?
Welcome, y'all. What's going on?
Wop, drop it like it's hot. What the hell's going on? It's Wicked Wednesday. I am Prophet.
I am DJ Inch High.
Over here, DJ Inch High. Down there.
Who we got down there?
Who is that?
Who is that?
Look at it. He's a mime today. He's a mime. He's in the bottom box. That's Big Luck. For those of you that might be listening the following afternoon that we do this show on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, there's Microsoft Edge, I believe, is a hot one. I guess you guys won't have a Big Luck. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm just saying, sometimes y'all, you say I talk too much, so I have to kind of zip it just a little bit.
I ain't never said you talk too much. I be asking you to talk more all the time.
No.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, Big Luck, what you think about that?
Exactly.
Then I'll be like, that's some real shit, Big Luck. I'll be like, DJ Inch High, what you think? DJ Inch High be like, that nigga Big Luck was on point. You know what I'm saying? We be showing this brother much love. He down there it's the Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Humbug around this motherfucker. Humbug.
Hey, I know somebody that was getting a Grinch on. We're going to get into that in a moment. But you already know we have a tradition here at our show, that we find a lot of joy in doing. We got to toss somebody out of here that does not belong. Everyone is welcome, but some people have to go. And I'll keep it short. I'll keep it simple. And we'll get more into that later on in the show. So we'll do it like this. For the ridiculous statements that Rosenberg made to Akademiks in his video, I don't know what in the world this man was thinking, talking about. We're gonna talk about it. It was sad though. It was a horrible attempt at an internet beef when it's real. And Akademiks, his response, horrifying. I'm gonna play them both, but I don't want them here to see it because that's just too much good for so much bad. So get the fuck out of here. That's how we're gonna do that there. Y'all feeling the Christmas spirit this season?
No.
A little bit.
Kwanzaa spirit?
No. Fuck them both.
Fuck them both. Damn.
Oh, damn.
The Grinch will bite your ass down there.
I hope everybody get cold in their stocking.
Shit. You see somebody with Santa's sleigh up on the mountain with a gang of gifts and shit in it, you know who's doing it.
It won't be me. I'm gonna open up everybody's shit and return it for the money.
You're gonna be standing in a lot of lines.
Right. You ain't gonna be the only one in line return.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
People
Patience is a virtue, my brother.
All them people that was going out buying them PS5,
Ooh, wee.
Woo.
That was a travesty.
Wasn't it? No,
That was horrible.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the cost. It's the cost that comes with being first.
Right.
Hey, imagine your birthday being 5 days away from Christmas.
See, that's the reason why Big Luck has these issues.
No, I had these issues, motherfucker, because there was no such thing as holidays growing up. When you grow up, look,
The best
my brother,
time.
honestly, brother.
Shit over.
No, honestly, brother. When you grow up in the streets, and in foster care and shit like that, bro, holidays and celebrations is the furthest thing from your mind. It's more of survival than celebrating certain shit. So, I just don't celebrate it. Now, for my son, yeah, I'll give him whatever he wants. But as far as me, I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. I don't bought gifts for my friends.
I mean, shit. I don't think, that's the whole point, Luck. It's for the kids. It's not for you.
Exactly. So, fuck Christmas.
You said it's not for you. Come on, man. I'm gonna buy you some cinnamon sticks and eggs. We're gonna throw the flag on the play on you.
Way. Christmas can get the balls.
Hey, look.
See, Santa Claus ain't gonna come.
First of all, I don't even have a chimney for that fat motherfucker to get down that motherfucker.
The ghetto Santa Claus don't go down chimneys. Projects ain't got chimneys, damn it. No chimneys around the basket. Goodness gracious.
They started off rough, boy.
This boy bitter over here.
Man.
Bitter black man. That's my next movie.
I'm gonna put some hole in your motherfucking stocking.
Man.
It to you. Here you go.
No, don't do that, because if anybody ever do buy me a gift, all it is socks. I need my socks.
Nah. I'm gonna get you one big stocking.
I'm gonna wear it as a
Fill
sock.
that motherfucker with some old barbecue coal. White coal. That's yours.
Cool.
You can't even use them. They're useless.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. Thank you very much for the gift. I appreciate it.
Put a little white dog shit in that motherfucker with it.
Oh, you want to go there? Fine. Fine. And that's why I'm the Grinch of the East Side. I'm the Grinch of the East Side.
Hey, they hooked the Grinch up. They gave him the Christmas goose and all that shit.
Uh-huh.
His heart grew big as crap.
Yeah, because the Grinch was racist. They gave it to the green nigga. They gave it to the green nigga. They never give it to the black man. They don't give it to the black man. They give it to the green motherfucker.
So you racist?
They were loving him. They were loving him.
Well, maybe I should paint my big ass green then.
You should.
I know, right?
Help us out. Help us get some new subscribers.
So on the next podcast, you gonna be green, right?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh shit!
Big green.
Firewater Friday, so hey.
Look, I'll smoke some green, but I ain't gonna be green.
Blow some green.
I'll smoke some
Are
green.
y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Before we get into this, I have something that I want to play for y'all about how serious it has gotten on certain sets during this time with filming in Hollywood. I'll play a little bit.
We are the gold standard. You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night.
Woo!
He let him have it.
Man,
Tom Cruise is not playing, y'all.
damn.
Got Tom Cruise on the set of Mission Impossible.
What's that? Number 20?
Officer and gentleman.
Bruh, he ain't playing. He said a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? He really got into it and continued to, you know, let them have it. I don't know what they were doing, but whatever it wasn't following guidelines. You know, basically Tom Cruise was saying shit, you know. We're the example, you know, for thousands of people, you know, in the industry to keep doing what everybody needs them to do, you know. And if that gets shut down,
Nothing else.
people losing their homes, you know what I'm saying? He said some real shit, you know. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Damn.
No doubt.
He kept it 100.
Yeah. Even if you got to get wicked. So, you know, it is what it is. But I have to get into this segment about the couple, you know, people that we had to throw out at the beginning of the show tonight. And the only way for me to actually do this properly would be to do this. Maybe I should bring it in a little bit. Let's talk about it, y'all. Akademiks, we talked about him on the last episode. He was in the clubhouse with Meek Mill and 21 Savage and a bunch of other people. A couple people were scolding him for, you know, how he made his money. How did he get where he is, and how he's never held himself accountable or responsible or apologized, so on and so forth. I guess this conversation continues to carry. Right? Now, he's always had beef with Hot 97 for many reasons. You know, he's had some things to say about it. From his perspective, why they have the beef is different than what they say. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to play some of the videos so that you can actually hear them, you know, verbatim. This is some good shit. I have to say, though, that, you know, the time to be humble is like always, right? And I also say that embracing your imperfections can also, you know, mean being honest and real, thinking uniquely, indulging in your madness and fucking, you know, tapping into your genius, becoming stronger. Sometimes that's what embracing your imperfection is. So, you know, balancing that out with being humble, you know, will help you a lot, because if you lose that part, then you kind of lose everything. And I'll show you why, right? You got to have balance. You know, we live off of balance, right? Balanced diet, so on and so forth. Even our existence on Earth, it's all balanced, right? Sun, the moon, the water. You got hot, freezing cold, ocean, evaporation, rain. You know, it all works out. It's a good, perfect balance, right? A little bit too much over here, disaster. So, you know, let me play some videos. Let's see who we start with. We'll start with Rosenberg. This is what Rosenberg had to say. No reason why I threw him out at the beginning of the show.
That dude carried himself in that building. Let me tell you about the level of titmouse that dude was in that building, and the way he walked in the hallways, and the speed walk that dude does to avoid confrontation in real life. Akademiks. The level of bitch in that dude. Okay? I am one of the softest dudes publicly in the history of hip hop. I'm from Chevy Chase, Maryland. I went to Hebrew school. Okay? With people named Shlomo and Ari and Avi. Okay? This may be the only dude in the game who I would have zero hesitation scrapping with. Matter of fact, I know you're not much of a celebrity. You're just like a fat boy on Twitch. I would do a straight up celebrity boxing with you. I will Jake Paul Akademiks for charity. Mind you, for charity. There has to be a purpose. You are the softest man in the game. Okay?
Yeah.
See, there's a little thing about calling people out because anything can happen.
Yes, indeed.
He says it. He gives proof of why he would not know that based upon who he matriculated school with and where he grew up, and call himself the softest motherfucker in hip hop. So, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know that regardless of, you would not know that you don't just call people out, right? Because anything can happen. It happens all the time. We've all seen it, right? So, in response, as much as what Akademiks says, right, in his response is pure poison, when you trigger something that has teeth, shit, it might bite. And you might even get the venom. Okay? And you can only hold yourself accountable for the poison that comes out of the situation. And here we have poison.
Man, you see the thing with Rosenberg? Somebody was telling me even yesterday. Rosenberg works for Hot 97, man. Like, these motherfuckers, the Ebros and the Rosenbergs hate my position in the culture because Ebro used to be the place that you needed to go to get relevance in hip hop. That stopped being the case. Remember when he used to go on these rants like, you're not major league, you're minor league, and he used to determine and decide what music actually got a chance to be seen and heard at the biggest levels. Radio is irrelevant. And now I do know he has a very important position over at Apple Music, but truth be told, and to let him know, a lot of that shit is coming through just the internet. And, like, he doesn't have that hold on media anymore. I think he resents me for that. I can't help a motherfucker's feelings. By the way, I seen Grant Wizard said that he said I was paid by powerful people to make 6ix9ine happen. Little boy, stop playing with me, nigga. I ain't get no fucking house off of no 6ix9ine. When will y'all open your ears and listen to me? I was making $150,000 every fucking month from 2014 to 2015 all the way up to the end of 2017. If you don't think that's millions, you're not good at math. If you think I need 6ix9ine to get a house, you're not good at math. If you think I need Complex to get a house, you're not good at math. You don't get more than you work at Hot 97, nigga. You're not pulling no $500,000 a year, nigga. That was 3 months of pay for me. So don't try to ever diminish my work. So when niggas say, oh, so-and-so bought you this, so-and-so bought you that, you know they ain't buy me a fucking thing, nigga. Told me I got, that's how I got. No, you know why? All these niggas who are journalists are looking around like, how is Aki? I live like a rapper. I'll tell y'all niggas that now. I do. But it's because I actually built some shit on my own and I own it. I don't work for niggas that you don't own nothing you're on. You work at a radio station which you don't own. You're doing everything that you don't own. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the money looks a little different when you do own it. And y'all should know that. So please just stop giving like everything I've gotten and be like, yo, you know, everybody's wanna, you know, by the way, they probably already all got my address. Yo, if it was a rental, they would have been like, oh no, it's a rental. If they could find a mortgage, I'd be like, nah, yo, he just paid the down payment, he gonna get broke. No, it's owned in full and I have the deed. Have you ever seen any of these niggas' house? Nope. And yes, there's hella foreigns in the driveway too. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm sorry, buddy. Somebody said, call me talentless. Well, I guess the talent is making this platform, and I'll take that. I don't need these niggas' validation. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas got put on by y'all companies, man. Nigga, I put myself on.
Who's this?
Whoever who said it.
Who just
Rosenberg, you've been doing radio for mad long, nigga. I eclipsed your whole fucking career like that, nigga. You're not synonymous with this culture. Your name don't hold more weight than mine. That's facts. And you can start talking about integrity and these other things, and I'm like, okay, cool. But, nigga, I built a platform that I own that at the end of the day, use a nigga who's, I think, a C or D mic on a show that's your name's not even in the title that I think it's called Ebro in the morning, not Rosenberg in the morning. And I think you're on some sports show and nobody listens to radio. Your bum ass used to be ahead of the podcast game, and because you were fucking boring, nigga, you're basically out the game. You showed Joe how to do a podcast, and Joe went and got his bag. You out the game, nigga. Accept defeat of niggas like you, man. I like when y'all watch them in sidelines, because I never really discuss y'all. Y'all have a lot of opinion on me, okay? I'm going to keep changing and keep affecting how this culture moves, whether you like it or not, and you're going to sit there salty as fuck on your platform. Y'all put y'all shit up on YouTube. Y'all was behind on that YouTube wave. Nigga, I could drop a video today on an old-ass topic and do more numbers than y'all did the whole week at the big studio talking that Hot 97 shit. Hot 97 don't mean shit where I'm concerned. I changed the shit up. All them platforms niggas was talking about, I stopped that. That's a fact. And you're still a worker there, nigga. I'm the boss and the employee of my own shit. And I kick y'all niggas ass on numbers when I want to. So I don't care all that bullshit you talking. You don't talk bullshit. You just talking all that shit that don't matter. Let's keep it there and let's keep it moving. I don't need none of y'all validation. I don't look up to y'all niggas as talent anyway. I do think Ebro could have insightful conversation, but his hate for 6ix9ine and his thought of my association with him has blinded him from that. If that's be the case, I don't need to have no conversation with you either, nigga. But just remember, when I first tried to get on in the game, Ebro, I tried to ask your ass for an interview. You fronted because I was cool with Charlamagne. Y'all was playing these pussy-ass games, playing like girls. Oh, you're friends with him, so I can't. All right, cool. I got it out the mud, and I made myself the shit y'all got to talk about on a bright Monday morning while I drink Ciroc on my fucking stream. Y'all was in Clubhouse, you was sitting in the audience like a good little boy listening to the youngest nigga in media basically stop the whole entire hip-hop. Sorry, you probably felt away. I'm sorry, I can't do nothing about it. But you had to sit there, and now you got to talk about me. But you know, when I reached out to you, when I was trying to come up, you didn't want to give me an interview. Because you said I fuck with Charlamagne. Years later, when I get on, you're in my DMs talking about let's have drinks. Because y'all are fake industry niggas. You only want to be cool with niggas when they're on. We never got drinks. But I didn't have no problem with you. It wasn't until 6ix9ine and you thinking, and it's fine if anybody say, yo, I'm one of the people who help propel, whatever the case is. when he start disrespecting you, you start taking it personal. You also start going at me. Fine. I'm just saying, with all y'all niggas, just remember this. The same shit y'all talking, just remember, we not sitting around talking about Hot 97 platform, nigga. We not talking about Rosenberg and nothing he says, nigga. We not talking about what Ebro said, nigga. And whether y'all like it or not, when it comes to the newest shit, and I'm not saying it's going to be forever, but it's definitely right now. Y'all niggas don't got the pulse and y'all don't control nothing other than those playlists up at Apple Music, nigga. Shit's going to run through here until things change. But if it do change, it'll change with another young nigga. It won't change back to y'all. So y'all niggas sit on the sidelines, sprinkle your hate, keep it going. I don't mind. Or maybe you're watching and you might say, you do mind. No, I like to shit on y'all. But maybe when you're looking at your paycheck from Hot 97, Rosenberg, and you wondering how the fuck I got all of this, and you're making assumptions on how we got a crib, I was making a salary in 2 months, you dumb nigga, back in 2016. I saved up. I ain't buy chains, you dummy. Now I buy houses, cars, whatever the fuck I want. I bought my mama a house. Did you get your mama a house, nigga? I bought her a Benz. You got your mama a Benz, nigga? And I'm a young nigga compared to y'all niggas. Y'all niggas been in this shit for mad long. You helped build other companies. You ain't build none of yours. Get that hate out of your heart. That's all I can say to y'all niggas, man. Anyway, back to the bullshit.
Woo! Oh, wee! Like I said, you call a nigga out, you never know what's gonna happen. Still gotta get that nigga black. Play no. Damn, Ak.
Oh, Christ.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
That boy just he lost himself.
he threw up, bro.
Goodness gracious. I do believe that he should defend himself, right? But if that's what it takes, it's best. Remember that silence is a source of great strength. Okay? If this is what it really is, bruh, then you ain't even have to say that. You didn't even have to say none of that shit because it opens questions and it also causes you to have to fucking be accountable for how did you get this shit then? Okay? It's a lot more to this. That's why I said you can't be mad that he said what he said because you called him out. And you don't know what's going to happen when somebody called you out. You seen the Great White Hype.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder. So let's get further into this. Because Hot 97 did respond. I'm not going to play the footage, but I will read some excerpts because our show is not showing other shows, okay? But this is important. This is some important shit. He spoke his truth, but the truth sounded more fucking pathetic, okay, than when he calls himself a bitch all the time. Akademiks always saying he a bitch. I'm a coward and shit like that. It's odd. But that was worse. That was so much worse. Sound good. It's hilarious what he said. And there was, like I said, his truth. The truth, his truth is different. You know, you ever heard of selective honesty? You can do some incredible shit with selective honesty. Man, get that. You bought that? That's yours? It's a lot of ways to answer those questions that don't really answer the question that they really want to know. right? But it ain't none of their business. And that's the reason why you don't even say it in the first place. But let me tell you what Hot 97 said before we get deep into this, so you can see the other side in response to Akademiks. He went wild. You heard he started off like talking calm, and then he just lost it. He just lost it, y'all. He was like, I bought my mama a Benz, I bought my boo-boo a Jag, and now I'm rolling. On the real, like he was rapping. But then, like I said, it offers some questions, and we're gonna get into that, right? Rosenberg talking about some damn. You should have seen him up at Complex. He's scurrying around. What the hell was you doing, man? You sitting in the shadows watching this child move around, and inside your head you going, I could beat his ass. I'm soft, but I could beat his ass. Look at him. What did you do? You a grown man.
Sound like a little jealousy to me.
Man, I'm throwing you out again for that shit.
Fuck out of here.
Look, what did you say?
Sound like a little jealousy to me.
Yes. Come on, man. Either way, let's get into it. Hot 97 did respond in this way. And to my surprise, I thought they was going to be on some shit, but I guess, they've been in radio for so many years that maybe they don't make or have never made, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But I just got a text message. I hope that shit don't say we muted for playing that. Either way, they may not have made that money, but they did accrue experience and brand. And brand is hard to take from a person without having a what, Big Luck, a 360 deal.
Pretty much.
So believe it or not,
pretty much.
Let them make their statement first, so y'all can peep. And I'm in the chat. The chat blowing up. Yeah, him mad as hell. Right. Maybe he bought it on credit. I mean, Hollywood say they should have just fought and moved on.
Wow.
Nah, that would have been a lawsuit. Rosenberg would have sued Akademiks.
So it sounds like he is bragging a little bit. Yeah. A little bit too much.
He is.
Hollywood say he sound big mad. Goodness gracious. So this was their response. I thought they was gonna come back big mad. Like, who you think you talking to? We've been in red. No, they didn't do that. They were very poised, which is my lesson for the day. It's one of my favorite words, poised. It represents the balance that I talk about, that you need. You need it. You're real strong. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to be real gentle. Be big, but strong. It's a lot to it. Midas touch is a good example of just having to know exactly what it is that you after without having the balance. Very wealthy people born that way are often very unhappy and find it very difficult to get along in the world because they have everything. What do you strive for? Poetry doesn't even make any sense to you if you were born with everything. Damn, what's life without poetry? I don't know. Maybe you don't read poems, but I mean poetry in more than one way. The poetic justice of life, wanting to do some shit because some shit you seen, something happened to somebody you know. The greatest comedians on earth have never been born with money. That ought to tell you some shit. Balance of life. People born very poor can often have the greatest upside that you can imagine. While if you were born on that side, damn, what's your upside? The downside? Your upside, listening to 50 Cent shit, and getting in the car and taking your tie off, driving and saying, nigga, I'll kill you. Because you can't live it. Homeboy from Vanilla Sky, Tom Cruise, best friend in the film. He always say, ha ha, but the sweet just isn't sweet without the sour. Right?
That's it.
Trying to tell you. So Rosenberg says, my question is to Akademiks, what are you a boss of? Are you a boss at Twitch? Are you on the executive board at YouTube? What boss are you? Congrats, you make money. That's the whole point. Yes, we know that you propagate violence. That actually happens. You take beefs between real people. You repurpose it on your channels. You talk about it, you hype it up, and then you go and hide in your basement.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ebro said, you don't own YouTube. You don't own Instagram. You own your brand as much as I own mine. I can take my brand and put it anywhere in the world at any time. Ebro. So I didn't even think about that when I watched Akademiks. I didn't have that in mind at all. That Akademiks did do it independently, although the way that he did it was a treacherous way. However, he don't have no boss. This, that, that. Nah, I was wrong. They're right. Because if you really are this independent owner of everything that you do, and they're just workers making other people rich, you have to recognize that you can't do shit without YouTube. At any point in time, YouTube can take your job the same way that their bosses can take their jobs and end your money. It's true. It's true. You don't own any stock in either any of those companies enough to make decisions. So, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. So before I make my closing statement, I want to hear what y'all got to say on this.
Well, for one, I said it before and I said it again. The fans made you. The people you talked about made you. All the money that you got, you know what I'm saying, came from endorsements, from people watching your show, the clicks, the views. All that was supported by people, bro. If nobody watched your videos, you would never made no money. You see what I'm saying? You would have still been DJing house parties and shit, So don't talk about you made this shit on your own, because technically you didn't. It was the people that supported you and you made it. And you made it off of controversy. You see what I'm saying? How many people got hurt or beat up or anything behind the shit that you did? You see what I'm saying?
Murder.
So I think both parties was wrong. I think that, Rosenberg showed a little bit of jealousy. You see what I'm saying? I think both of those people handled that situation wrong. I think they should have went to the table, or they should have talked that shit out. You see what I'm saying? But egos get in the way. Your name, you use your fame, it gets in the way. And people don't think with a clear head. But just know, to Akademiks, you have a brain, yes. But if it wasn't for the people, you wouldn't have shit. Plain and simple as that. So just remember, those people that you ridicule and you brag about, what was the purpose of bragging? In my eyes, you just put yourself in risk, and you just put your mother in danger by the shit you just said. Because if you truly have enemies out there, they just exploited your weakness. Rosenberg and Ebro just exploited your weakness. You just opened up yourself to the whole entire fucking world. So that was stupid on your part. You see what I'm saying? Like Prophet said, sometimes you just need to keep your mouth shut, you know, and show them that you're doing it. But you don't have to tell nobody shit or what you're doing. Nothing.
Fact.
Don't tell nobody your business, bro. That was nobody's business. You just told the world. You could have made a phone call and told them that, but you had to go on media, social media, and your ego got the best of you. So you just exploited your weakness. And like a dumb fool, you fell for it. And then how ignorant you sound, calling a man who's Jewish a nigga. That's stupid. So now you just showed your ignorance, your weakness, on top of it. And these dudes responded to the point where they said, well, we got you. We got you.
Big luck. They were smooth too.
They were smooth how they did it, bro. So you basically just verbally got your ass whooped. You verbally got your ass whooped. You about as smart as a fucking sandwich. Plain and simple as that.
DJ is not.
I think big luck took everything else I wanted to say. All I already know to say now. He hit everything. I was like, that's dumb. You got it, look. I mean, man.
They giving you applause.
Man,
Thank you very much.
I have to give him applause too. Sure.
Fact.
Damn.
Right.
I guess I sew it up so we can move on.
Yeah, please do.
This is the reason why we talked about balance and remembering that humble, right? That's where you start. And what do they always say? They always say, don't never forget where you came from.
Exactly.
Yeah. The rich person always be talking that shit. And I always been, you know what I'm saying? In them situations where I seen how that goes down. But then the way that life works, you always get your turn, you know. You keep grinding, you get your turn. So, like I said, I couldn't be mad at Akademiks. Reckless ass talk. Because Rosenberg did not lead responsibly. He did what I said was called calling a motherfucker out. Okay. I've seen in my time, in my day, a lot of call outs. And they ain't never went the way the person that was saying it, calling out, never went their way. Ever.
Hell no.
It ain't never went their way.
Never will.
So, Akademiks did say, to his credit, a few things that made a lot of sense. When he talked about, going from FM radio to the thing and YouTube and all that kind of stuff and eclipsing people's careers. But look, that shit is all temporary. Look, Akademiks, your independence, the house, the Benz you bought your mama, the career that brings you around all the celebrities. So you're on Clubhouse, you're talking to all the people, all the artists, the top artists in the game. It all has what a lot of people have been considering roots, right? In the black blood that ran in the streets of Chicago. You will never escape that.
Yeah.
Okay. Your entire amount of riches that you have amounted is drenched in the blood of the young black people that died in Chicago when you were calling out names, putting targets on people's backs and
real shit.
People know what it is. That's your tree. That's the tree that you built your tree house in.
Yeah, that's your legacy.
That's your legacy. Now, I'm not going to say it here, but we all know what happens with a lot of blood money. We all know what happens.
That treehouse go fall.
When you got that kind of tree whose roots are buried in blood. So I'm not even going to go there. But I will say this. It doesn't matter how much money you made, because people make $50 million and fucking go broke in a year all the time.
Yes, sir.
All the time. So you can't use that as a defense against these men who have helped to actually put you in the position that you're in today by helping artists have careers in this industry of hip hop, which they said would be a fad. And so all these people that you talk shit about, I checked myself as a very young man before I graduated from high school, when I started thinking and the words almost fell out of my mouth in front of my father, who worked 35 years for his family. Okay? Before the words fell out of my mouth, that's this or that. Independent. That's what I'm going to be, in a condescending way. Now you see how treacherous that shit sounds? How ungrateful that shit sounds? You're talking to people. Yeah, they got some shit to say about you. It happens. It happens. Okay? But silence, that's your strength. Don't go touting this bullshit, because then we have to ask questions. You bought your mama a Benz and a house, and you bought yourself a house, and you made more money than these men who do more than make money. How many turkey giveaways and shit have you done? These men do it all the time. They've been doing it for decades. So when you talk about people's long careers and how you eclipse them, that meter ain't made of just money. As a matter of fact, that meter don't have shit to do with money, because we ain't counting they hustle. We not counting their dollars. We judge them based upon their actions. And we've seen your actions. Woo, shit. You hang with the snitches that lock our brothers up.
No doubt.
You put on people and shit, and your emotions are involved. And so when shit is real, you become fake with a platform that allows you to change the narrative, and you do it all the damn time.
Can I say something, sir?
Say it.
I think he's the mistress of hip hop. I think that he pick and choose his lovers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he verbally sleeps with them, and he becomes friends with them. And no matter how trash their music is, it's the hottest shit out. You see what I'm saying? You know, so he's biased. You know what I'm saying? And he pick and choose.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't be biased in this game.
He's done a lot of that.
You got to be equal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how good or bad or indifferent, you know what I'm saying? If they make good shit, you know what I'm saying? They make good shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't play both sides of the fence. It doesn't work that way. And until people understand that shit, you know what I'm saying? They'll never get it right. So anything they do will be out of anger, and they'd be pissed off all the time. You see what I'm saying? Behind what people say. Look, brother like me can give a fuck, especially at this point in time in my life, what you got to say. I can care less.
Flipping coin, bro. He's a straight flipping coin.
You're not going to give my big ass a heart attack or stress me the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? Behind some shit you say. That is fucking words. As long as you don't put your hands on me or touch anything of mine, then you don't have to worry about me falling on your ass. Other than that, it is words. Keep that shit pushing, bro.
I would have to feel threatened bruh, for me to come out of my house, and I done bought my mama house and bought everybody cars and got foreigns in my drive. Nigga, it ain't nothing you can say. You can't get me to respond to shit. You can't throw a word high enough. You crazy, but it's about your deeds. And that's the reason why he talked the shit that he does. Because what he backs himself with just that, because that's all he has. That's all he has. We waiting for the next part. In his video, he said that he made his money between certain years, 2016 to 2018. That's it. Ever since then, he had a job.
Yeah. And it was Complex. So basically, when you got fired from Complex for the bullshit you said, your income dried up. Come on, bro. You had a job too. You worked for. You had a television show, bro, that you got fired from. They let you go. You know what I'm saying? So before you throw dirt on somebody else's name, just know, bro, you was fired for your incompetence and your ignorance. Come on, bro. Wake the fuck up.
And that's the reason why I had to throw that motherfucker.
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
And you know it's Wicked Wednesday and it's time to get into the trippy timeline. Get your money out there, y'all. Get your money. Get your money. So Jay-Z, he threw a random house in Rock Nation. Through a random house in Rock Nation, they announced a new literature venture. Okay. There was a tweet from Rock Lit 101 on Twitter yesterday that went devoted to publishing books at the dynamic intersection of entertainment and genre-defying literature. Rock Lit 101 will feature creative work across a wide variety of interests. There are some great authors, legendary journalists. Danielle Smith is publishing Shine Bright, a story of Black women in music as the foundation story of American pop. Okay. There's also a Lil Uzi Vert, Meek Mill, Fat Joe, Yo Gotti book on the way individually. Okay. Wow. I think it's dope. I think that's fire. It's a way to give artists, right, further longevity, shit, beyond just staying in rap, right? As they move from the bottom to the top. I'm talking about the real actual top, not the one where you just defending your spot and get shot at and shit like that. You know, you move into something else. Artists having this understanding can also see that this makes money, feed your kids, feed your family, right? Educates and does positive things and reaches other audiences, you know, people that like to read and shit. You can turn your raps into poems. You don't necessarily have to be a great author. Nowadays, a lot of people just record their thoughts and it can be edited into a book that would be published. So I thought that shit was a cool idea. What y'all think about that?
I think that's dope as shit.
Honestly, bro, I think it's great. You know, I think when you come into a certain age, man, and you grow up, you mature. I think you know, all that ignorant shit you did when you was younger, you know, I mean, if you're smart enough to get out of it and grow out of it and go to a different venture where you can feed your kids and feed your family and your loved ones, why not take the opportunity? I think this shit is great. Honestly.
That story alone is a book.
Yeah.
A book that helps. This is a self-help book. Yep. So shout out to Rock Nation. Shit.
No doubt. You know.
We have more. Let's see. Lil Boosie. Check out the chat for a moment. 2014. Yeah. Yes. Mama say he let the money make him instead of making the money. No balance. Can you say dysfunctional? Dang.
Yes, we can.
That's real shit. Yeah. Yeah. 2014 and 2016. I was like 4 or 5 years ago. What have you done lately? And like Big Luck was saying, he lost his job, you know. Ain't no telling what he's doing. The point is this. Without being humble, I don't care how high you go. That shit starts to gain weight like an anvil from your leg, you know?
It'll fall.
It's going to bring you down. Lil Boosie, everybody been asking him to give some advice to NBA young boy, right? NBA young boy, he stays shining. He shine all the time. He shines so much, you know. I see it, right? But he's staying some shit. You know, he only 21. He got #1 albums and singles, major features, a lot of publicity and play, but constantly in the news. Either way, he's out of Baton Rouge, just like Lil Boosie Badass. So he was asked, Lil Boosie, what advice would you like to give to NBA young boy? Boosie was like, I just wish him the best. I can't really.
Oh my God.
He said, once you're a boss, another boss can't really talk to a boss and get through to us because you're so locked in as a boss and other bosses can't reach us, right? Probably your family members get through to you, he says. He said, I don't like to see him getting into all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's grown. He got to learn from his mistakes. When you boss up, only person can better you is you. That's what Lil Boosie said. He said, that's how I was. I was kind of crazy. I stayed in all kind of shit. I had to fall to see. I really had to fall to see. Nobody couldn't really tell me nothing. I just kept on having bad karma, and that's what's happening to me. I just kept on having bad karma for shit I did, catching charges, wasn't even trying to catch charges. That's what happened with me. I was catching charges for all the pain I brought to the streets, and that's how I fell. But Boosie must have had some good karma, because Boosie, he had cancer, I remember, at one point. Beat that. I remember he was about to get life, murder. Something they took out of one of his songs, where basically he said he did it. Had the location and time and every damn thing in the song. Beat that. So, you know, I don't know. But like I said, Boosie be in the streets. And, you know, he probably do his due diligence. What y'all think about Lil Boosie not really saying basically as a boss, even though he young, he a boss, I can't tell him shit. What you think about that?
He should have fucking tried. You should at least try to save him. Even if he said, fuck you, I don't want your help, at least try, because you've been through some shit already. You see what I'm saying? You know, you gonna let that man throw his whole life away? Because unfortunately, his crew might not be telling him shit. His crew might be just going along for the ride because he's an NBA young boy and he's making money. You see what I'm saying? But it's like all that could be taken away. If NBA young boy go to jail for life, what about his kids? What about his mother? What about everybody that he's supporting through whatever he's doing? So you at least should give it a try and try to save that man. Even if that man say, fuck you, I don't want your help, at least you put the effort out there, the olive branch, to try to save that man's life. You know, what the fuck is wrong with people? You see what I'm saying? You've been through enough shit, and I'm pretty sure somebody was in your ear 1.2 trying to save you. So do the same thing, man. Look, you got a voice. You've done music with this kid. You see what I'm saying? At least put the effort out there to try to save the young man. And then if he say fuck you or whatever, whatnot, you shake that man's hand and say, I wish you the best of luck. but at least in your conscience and your soul, you know you did the right thing.
Facts, bro. Some real shit, Big Luck. I think he should have said something.
Yeah.
Even though we know
chat.
what his response was going to be. Sometimes you say things and it just reverberate in the back of your mind when you're young. You know, I teach my son what they call the Montessori way. And some of those teachings, they say things like, when you talk to your toddler, you have to give it about 10 seconds to settle in. Don't keep saying it. Give it about 10 seconds. Because naturally, and I even heard Kevin Hart say it in his one of his stand-ups, it's a whole lot of no, don't do that. No. Yeah, that's it's natural. That's what you do. Stop. No, don't do that. You say it once and you let it marinate. It worked.
Yeah.
Better communicate.
We have somebody in the chat. Let's see what the chat says.
East Coast out. Nice show, guys. Keep up the good work. Yeah, East Coast. Goodness gracious. Thank you for hanging with us.
Yeah, big up to you, sir.
Midnight. It's midnight when we go live on the East Coast.
Oh, no. We keep people up from work.
We love you. Thank you for hanging with us. Catch you on the flip side. We are always here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just for the record, because a lot of people ask me about this, send me messages. You will not get a notification when we go live because the live is already there the day before. You know, so you can go there and wait, right? So you won't get a notification when we go live because ultimately we have already gone live the day before, and then you're just waiting for the broadcast to start. Okay, so that's why a lot of you aren't getting the notification. You got to set your alarm. Talk to your Google or your Siri. Say, hey, Siri, I want to watch the FOH podcast. Remind me at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then your phone will go off. Just a little point. Boop, boop, boop. But you still, should hit that subscription button if you have not, because every subscriber gets us just a little bit closer to being able to have a URL so we can have a, FOH podcast after the youtube.com/.
Exactly.
Right now, finding the link and all that shit is complicated. But thank y'all. We love y'all. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't want to.
No doubt.
And so we have more Trippy Timeline. DJ Inch High is back. The game, y'all. The game. See you win. That's where I was born. On Halloween. But I wasn't born in Compton as the baby. Is where my parents lived. But my mother went to Gardena, where I was born, and brought me back to Compton, where I lived.
Oh, yeah, really?
So, yeah, shout out to my CPT homies. Lutheran Gardens. Damn it.
She's a Mohegan, man.
Lutheran Gardens. I tell y'all a crazy ass story. You want to know about the Lutheran Gardens in Compton and Baby Prophet? True story. I got a lot of true stories about Compton. But here's one. Coolio art. He ain't gonna see this shit anyway. If he do, he'd probably laugh any fucking way. But he tried breaking my daddy car.
Oh shit!
No way, bro.
Yeah. He said, "Hey, well, he good with the family though. He good with the family." I don't know. You know, you get up early in the morning, you hear somebody busting your window and shit on your van, and you look out your window. Fuck is that down there? It's Coolio. Before he was Coolio, of course. He didn't have that Fantastic Voyage money yet. Gangsta's Paradise. So, he breaking in people's shit. My daddy start busting. Bow, bow, bow. Mr. Barnes ran out the apartment downstairs. Trying to get Coolio ass. Coolio, why you try to break in the car? My pops ain't had nothing in there but ring 8 tapes. Either way, the game had a few things to say as far as 50 Cent and their names in the music industry. Give me a moment. I want y'all to hold on to that thought of a versus between the game and 50 Cent.
Wow.
Anyway, Mr. Inch, how was your day, sir?
My day was long, brother. Very long. You know how it can be on a slave ship.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm like that runaway slave. They caught me, chopped my foot off, and put me back to work.
Bro.
I feel you on that shit, bro.
And then with all this other mess going on, I'm just through with it, bro. I'm glad when this crap is over.
Y'all don't think the 50 Cent in the game should have a versus?
No.
No, not really.
No.
Wow.
Don't they only got like one album apiece?
Hell no.
Game got quite a few out there.
What?
No, I know. I'm just fucking around, bro.
Spoiled. Y'all musically spoiled.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But
I tell you like this.
I wouldn't be interested in, to be honest.
I remember very well the music the game came out with from the beginning all the way up. 50 Cent too. It's a lot of artists get more credit. A lot of artists get more credit than these guys. And a lot of people would hoot and fucking, throw their fucking beer in the air for some artists that really didn't do it as well as these pair.
I mean, don't get me wrong, P, but I mean, I love those two guys. Matter of fact, I mean, I came up with them dudes, so what I'm saying?
Spoiled. That's what I'm saying. You spoiled.
I love it.
You're right. I apologize. You're right.
Don't you feel me though? Like I feel it too. Don't get me wrong. I feel it too. But that's why I said you gotta kind of reinvigorate yourself about these things because we forget like it was very special.
Yeah, it was going down.
Right?
I'll put it this way, brother. I may be invigorated after I watch E40 and Too Short do their verses.
Right. Tomorrow going down.
After I watch that, then I'll be good to go.
That's gonna be amazing. But I think you got a lot of game songs that were written by 50 Cent.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to use those.
That's a special thing.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to use those songs.
I think some of these songs they would perform together because some of the songs where he wrote for the game are songs that he was also on. If y'all wondering why I dipped out for a second, is my baby monitor. I gotta take care of my baby.
No doubt, Super Dad. We understand.
The babies. What it's all about, y'all.
What it's about, baby. All right.
But ultimately the game, he says it just makes sense. He would not do a versus unless it was 50 Cent. He wouldn't even do one, period. He also said no one could do a versus with Lil Wayne or with Drake. I need the chat to chime in on that. No one could do a versus with Lil Wayne or Drake. The verses for both of those artists would have to be with each other. That's how he sees himself and 50 Cent. He also said he'd be down to sit with 50 Cent, okay, in a room and have a conversation beforehand. That was on Power 106 FM, in case you wanted to know. I don't have to say that, but I live here. I live out there, so don't go there. Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, 6.
Got 6 beats up in here.
Oh, shit. What's up, bro?
Man, what's popping? Sixer in the mixer? That's the producer. You guys.
Mr. Producer.
For 6th season, of course.
Great album, by the way.
Hollywood says, I think they should, like we said. 6, what do you think? Sound off in the chat. I will be leaving that discussion for a moment. We do have more trippy timeline. So Zoey Dollaz, I talked about in a previous episode. I believe it was episode 10. I might be wrong. Might have been 11. This is episode 12, in case you wanted to know and didn't. He was shot. He went to the hospital. He didn't die. He had an interview prior to the shooting, where he detailed if he were ever killed, what the scenario would be. I don't know if y'all remember that, if you watched the show.
I remember that. Yep.
I did. I remember.
Right? I was curious to one thing. Was he right? The way that he said it. Was it a close friend? Or was he wrong? And the impossibility he stressed over anyone having such an opportunity at him was actually the case. I guess I'll never know because, he did say that is if he were killed. He wasn't killed. He was shot. So, I guess we'll never know. Hopefully, we'll never know. Knock on wood. Knock on wood for that man. But he was on crutches. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, in his scenario, he said that he was certain that if he were murdered as an artist, it would be a friend because no one else would be able to get close enough. An enemy would not be able to get him, is what he said. So I was just wondering. But like I said, he has an out because he wasn't murdered. So good for him. Shit, damn.
All right.
You got to watch what you speak in this universe, in this existence, y'all. The world in your life is truly what you make it. It also is affected by others. And sometimes fucked up shit happens. But I'm just saying, on your own path and on your own journey, You have to be very, very careful of what you bring into your world because it is as real as you think it is. That's all I got to say.
No doubt.
What y'all think about Zoey Dollaz on that?
Right about that, but see, they got this mentality of the gang mentality, I'm gonna say, and they want to think they Mr. Badass or whatever, and they can do what the fuck they want to do, say what they want to say, and claim what they want to claim when they ain't claimed shit before. So shit comes back and bites your ass. So yeah, be careful what you say and what you do, because that shit will come back and bite your ass so quick you won't. It'll make your head spin. I mean, just like Snoop Dogg said in one of the songs, if you ain't a gang banging, why you quit walking?
I love that.
Man. So leave that shit alone. If it ain't your life, don't make it a part of your life.
Facts.
Real shit.
And I've got more. So, of course, Bobby Shmurda was able to give some words with the recent release of his Cody, right? A while back, of course. Well, basically, Rowdy just got released, right? And so he was on Instagram, and he had Bobby Shmurda on the phone. I'll just keep it short. Basically, he just said, love to the fans, love y'all, shit like that. That's what Bobby Shmurda was saying. He was sentenced to 7 years. Of course, he already had served 2 years when he was sentenced. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I do.
So yeah, he has 5. He had 5 to do, and then they would put him on 5 years probation, I believe it was. So he was denied parole just recently. So, he still got to do the rest of his time, or maybe not. You never know. Trump said, we talked about it on the last episode. Trump giving out pardons to everybody like Christmas gifts. He said, fuck it. So, don't be surprised. Doubt it, but
why did Bobby Shmurda paint himself white?
Hey, he got a lot of flack for dancing on the table for the record label. You remember that?
Yeah, but just like I said, unless Bobby Shmurda painted himself white and grew some blonde hair, I don't see that shit happening.
I think he gonna pardon Weezy.
I'll take that bet.
Weezy did the photo op.
Yeah,
He didn't win the re-election, but that might help him later. I don't know. There's another story I want to talk about, but we'll get into it on another episode as far as Donald Trump, because they've been talking about in Washington, they wanted to get Trump after he leaves office in January. I'm sorry. They want to arrest him, and indict him for a lot of things that he's immune to as the president.
Right.
Right?
That's why he's running. We all know that.
Rumor has it Washington did some very intelligent shit, and they sent the case to New York to wait for Donald Trump. And that is the thing that they're saying in the White House. He has been fearing. Everybody can do their time.
I've been talking about that since day one, since the election started. If he ever loses, it's gonna get his ass. So it was in the back of their mind to get his ass.
But this is my thing. If he wouldn't make such a spectacle of himself in such cases, it might never came to the light, and we might never know.
That is true.
That is true.
Sometimes you wish for power, but sometimes being famous and wanting power will backfire on you if your shit ain't straight.
I tell you about some shit that's straight, but I'll leave it up to your opinion. New heat.
The homie got caught with the burner. About a minute from the bang. Went into the penitentiary, got out and said he was gonna be changed. But you would check and get up in a couple of wops. I told him, have a good time on the islands and get you some time. Hustling on the block, rushing with with the ops. How the homie caught a homie if he had a heart, you never would have to pop. About getting off home in the window and think about how when we grew up, I had the people in the precinct, choir in the church, classmates, teacher, all trying to bleach my dirt. It's just me. I just wanna know. For real though, my nigga. Why are there so many people in my face? I think I'm gonna get some weather at my wet. They got but all the people in my space to save me or to make me make the people big. I got the devil on my shoulder, so I pray. And then I shut my eyes and gotta plead her case. And mama, I say I'm out of perseverance, patience. She say sometime I gotta punish. There's so many people in my face. I think I'm gonna get some weather at my wet. They got but all the people in my space to save me or to make me make the people beg. I got the devil on my shoulder, so I pray. And then I shut my eyes and gotta plead her case. And mama, I say I'm out of perseverance, patience. She say sometime I gotta punish them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As we get into rhyme and reason, the tone changes just a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Zoey Lee of Ray Shmurda is offering $20,000 to whoever may have found his hard drive. You know, at LAX T2 Delta Airlines the other morning, yesterday. He says on social media, I got my whole life on that shit. Yeah. It happens. If the drive was scooped up by a custodian and dashed into the trash due to the dangers of, you know, keeping someone's things under the current circumstances about the world, damn. Or maybe someone threw it in their luggage. You know, look at this, a hard drive, threw it in their luggage. Somebody that would never even fucking know anything about rap. You know, see the files and shit on there, but you know, they don't give a shit. They delete it and, you know, put the movies on it so that they can watch it on their next flight. Then that would mean there would be a serious problem with the next album dropping because it's on there. Right?
That's irresponsible.
Ryan Leslie had this problem in the past. His problem got even thicker than normal. I don't know if you guys remember, but he lost his laptop, right? With everything on it. And though he got it back, he was slandered because he refused to pay the $1 million reward that he offered for the laptop's return. He was sued and ordered to pay that man the $1 million. It had all of his works on it, and someone fucking erased it. Is that a coincidence?
Wow.
Would you have wanted to pay after that shit? You get your laptop back. The laptop ain't worth nothing but, you know, 12.
Right.
All your shit's been deleted. you offered $1 million reward. And it must be out of spite because it's like, you can't use the shit on it. Why would you give me my laptop back blank? So they gave him a raw deal, but he was in Europe. So we're not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of when I was in Texas, an apartment complex, and my apartment was burglarized. I didn't give a shit about all the shit they took. My big screen TV, my bed set. They took all my shit. Took my Kobe's. Nobody ain't like the Kobe's anyway, but I had them. They were white. I had the moon shoes. I like looking different. I saw somebody in them in the apartment complex.
No.
That's a whole long story that leads to where I'm trying to go. But I went to like every pawn shop all throughout Texas, Dallas, looking for my damn computer. Don't nobody give a shit about your shit. That's what I figured out at an early age. Nobody cares. And that's the problem. If just some people cared, it would be less problems for everybody. The people who robbed my apartment probably wouldn't have had to rob my apartment. I mean, well, they didn't rob it, they burglarized it. Because if I was there, it would have been a different story. But when I retaliated, everyone wanted my head. And, I had to get out of there. But that's pieces of shit for you, sometimes. But hey, I wish him good luck. I hope that he gets his hard drive back because I did not get my computer back, but everything turned out wonderfully. Can we get a round of applause? DJ Anti, have you ever been burglarized? Have you ever been burgled? I think in Europe they use the term burgled.
Yes. And it's no fun, bro. It really isn't. I mean, I've been burgled a couple of times between DJ equipment and pretty much approached. So, and I retaliated on one or two, but found out it wasn't worth the time or anything because, I mean, retaliation only keeps going in circles. It just keeps happening.
Absolutely.
So, I just left it alone and said I'll be the biggest person. I can always do better. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
I was always the biggest person and just left it alone. But it's no joke, man, because I think the first, like DJ Quick said, he got his stuff taken away from his equipment. He thought he was gonna quit. I didn't quit. I kept on pushing. So it's all in your state of mind, but it's all in your state of mind.
Do. When you hit a bump in the road, y'all, the last thing in the world that you want to do is stop, get out of your car, and stare at the damn bump. Don't do it. That's why they say when you're going through hell, don't stop and look at the fucked up flowers. Don't spend time looking at the creatures. Keep going so you can get out. And that's what I had to do. That's what DJ and I had to do. And Big Luck, he got so many. He doesn't even have burgled stories. He's got robbery stories. Being robbed is a treacherous thing.
Yeah, that is.
Well,
it's a horrible feeling.
I'm gonna leave it like this before I have to go. But I was set up by a good friend of mine that I supported. When the nigga didn't have groceries in his refrigerator, I emptied my refrigerator to feed him. You see what I'm saying? When he didn't have no clothes on his back or no money in his pocket, as a friend, I supported him. You see what I'm saying? So I never got caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Until that day. So all I'm saying is, yeah, I've been robbed and I've been set up. You see what I'm saying? in those scenarios. I ain't gonna talk about the outcome which happened afterwards, but yeah. You live and you learn.
It's a fact. You got to learn how to let things go. Like I said, be humble. Honestly, if you're not the person that's doing the robbing, because I guess it's an entirely different subject if we're going to talk to that person. But if you're the person being burgled, being robbed, it just means you're doing something right.
Yep.
So right that they got their eyes on you. I know a lot of people always have had their eyes on me, and they talk their talk, and hey, all I can do is what I do. Stay prayed up,
There you go. That part.
and maneuver properly and educate myself. And what do they say? Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
It's a very drab subject, I know. But hey, it's Wicked Wednesday, y'all. And it's time for us to depart. And on that note, I will take a shot. You don't have to take a shot, but I'm going to take a shot.
Okay.
If you like it, I love it. If you guys subscribe, I'm ordering more of these. Right now, I would be giving them out, but they're charging $48 for shipping one.
That's some bullshit. They need to get the fuck out of here with
It's
that.
$48 to ship that bastard. So
Fuck out of here.
6 Beat says that is a big problem. I remember. Yes, exactly. That's what we talked about. That's right. Big Six. Yeah. Says 20,000 is a lot of money just to return a hard drive. I hope someone returns that shit. Yeah, that's his album. That's his fucking album, bro. He said his whole life is on that thing. He said, I feel that loss, 6 Beats. Yeah, I felt hella lost. The same kind of loss. Look at my son, y'all. He
Oh, shit.
Hi. How does he even know that I'm live? Either way, he might sing the song. I don't like when he does it, but I can't stop him from knowing what happens. We got to get out of here, and so do you. Say goodbye, Ocean. Please don't sing the song live.
See you later, Ocean.
Peace, and get the out of here.